A very good afternoon to all my dear students of class 7. This is the second video of the day, and today, now in this class, I will tell you about the third voyage by Sindbad, the sailor. Okay, so this is from the first chapter, Sindbad the sailor, from your long reading text, The Arabian Nights, and this is Sindbad's third voyage. The story he is going to depict to Hindbad, who is the poor man, the porter, who, after getting a lot of money, after hearing to the story of second voyage from Sindbad, again on the next morning he returned to Sindbad's palace. Okay. Now Sindbad is telling that after his second voyage, he was not such a person to live a peaceful life in the land. Again he started for sea. And when his journey started, suddenly storm arose. Now storms are something which are very common in sea journey, in sea voyages, and in those days they hardly had all the facility to fight with the storm. So survival of the fittest. So whoever could survive is the survivor. Many ships were drowned due to storms, sea storms and all. So as a result of this sea storm, their ship was being driven towards the island of the savages. The captain was very much scared, afraid that it is going towards the island of the savages. So their ship was floating towards the island of savages, and 2 feet high short savages came and drove them towards the land, and there were hair all over their body, all those savages, and they took them to another ship which brought them to a palace. The palace is very beautiful, but they found in the palace many bones, and there were skewers. Skewers are metal thing in which the meat is kept for roasting it. So they found a lot of bones there in that palace, and all that skewer in which many bones, many human flesh is roasted. So they were very much afraid to see that. Suddenly an ogre came. Ogre is the man-eating monster, giant. Okay, it was terrible to look at. How was it? I'm just reading this portion. He had one huge eye, that too in the very middle of the forehead. His mouth was like that of a horse. His ears flapped down on his shoulders like an elephant's, and he was as tall as a high tree. One glimpse of him made all of us nearly die with fright. So it was a dangerous looking giant, an ogre. So he took Sindbad first, but finding Sindbad not that heavy, a very thin person, he took him down, and he took the captain, who was the fattest person in the whole team of people, sailors. So he just put the person in the skewer, that metallic rod in which the flesh is being kept, and roasted the body of the captain and had eaten it. So he was such a dangerous thing. Everybody was very much afraid. Every day he used to take somebody or else. Only 10 sailors were left in the island. Now, at this situation, they decided to leave that particular place, because if they are there, so they will be eaten up by the monster. So what did they do? They took those skewered everybody, and they have just burned them with burning metal. They just pricked it in the eye of the ogre, and the ogre was shouting out of pain. At that very moment, they started escaping from there. They were running towards the seashore, and they made some raps and started swimming in the ocean, in the sea. But that ogre came, led by 2 another monsters, but somehow they were not ready to leave them, so they were throwing stones at them. But in the raft in which Sindbad was there, another two men, that one did not drown. And somehow they reached another island, and in that island was too horrible, that too horrible to live there. There was a big serpent. Okay, so Sindbad tried to flee from there, but he could not. Finally, the other two comrades were killed and eaten up by the serpent. On the next day, Sindbad planned something. He took some wood and made a ring of fire around the tree on which he was. He was on the top of that so that the serpent cannot eat it, and burnt it. And seeing the burning fire, for the whole night, the serpent did not eat Sindbad. And from there also, Sindbad managed to escape that island too. And he managed, and he reached the shore, and he saw one ship was going from there, passing by the side. He took his turban and he was just moving it round so that the captain finds him and sends another boat so that he can go to that ship. So they sent a boat, and he reached the ship, and after reaching there, he found this captain, and this ship is none other than that particular ship which has left him in the second voyage. Okay, so the earth is round. Everywhere Sindbad is getting somebody or else whom he knows or met during the voyages that he had made. So the captain was very happy so that he could make out, and he was very sorry that they had to leave him, and he was alone there. They took him, and the captain gave him all the things that he owned, that Sindbad owned. Sindbad sold all those things and returned to Bushora, and from Bushora he went to Baghdad. There he bought a beautiful house which has ground and garden all around it, and he used to live there. And again, like previous voyages, he gave all those precious gifts to the poor. The money he distributed among some poor people, and some he kept, and he was very much successful in his life. So these are the struggles that Sindbad had, which he was telling to Hindbad, that all the money and all the pleasure that he was enjoying was the result of his hard-earned success, which he earned. Which he earned struggling a lot throughout the voyages that he made. This was the third one. Again, he gave money to Hindbad, and Hindbad returned to his home. And Hindbad was no longer a poor person, because Sindbad had gifted him a lot of money. Okay, so this is the third story which I have explained today. Tomorrow I will tell you 4 and 5. Okay, so read. My only suggestion is to you is to read these chapters thoroughly, time and again. Read it again and again and again and again, bar poro, so that you can answer all the questions that we are going to have at the back of the chapter. Okay, and if you find any unknown word, just go through the dictionary. Okay, bye for today. See you tomorrow.